Wildlife enthusiast Carl recently shared an intriguing update on his channel. Welcome to the Woods, UK. Today's adventure took him into the wilderness for a solo camping trip, primarily to check on the trail cameras he had set up before a recent storm. The possibility of capturing something unusual always lingers, but what Carl discovered was far from expected. As he approached one of his trail cameras, Carl was immediately struck by an unsettling sight.
I have found some really bizarre tracks today. This boot print doesn't match my boot print. It does look fairly old, but it is very strange and it's quite big. So it's definitely a man or someone that wears a very, very big shoe. I'll just spin you around to show you it. Look at that. That's massive. My BK2 next to it. It's just slightly larger than my BK2. Oh, I want to trip myself out, that looks like a toe as well. I think the best bet is to get my live camera, the one that I can pick up on the phone, which I put in a few weeks ago at a different location in the woodland. I'm going to go there now, retrieve that camera and program it onto one of these trees and get a reception, make sure it's working good on the phone, and then I can keep an eye on this area even at home in my bed.
With dusk settling in, he found a suitable spot to set up camp, pitched his tent and prepared for the night. After a quiet meal, he attempted to rest, but the calm was abruptly shattered by a spine-chilling scream.
But I'm absolutely shattered, so I'm going to get my head down. I shall see you in the morning. I don't know if you'll be able to hear, but there's definitely someone out there. Sakes. 2 seconds. Hello? I'll be honest with you, I feel like going. That might be.
The sound was so raw and anguished that it jolted Carl awake, causing him to grab his flashlight and venture into the dark forest. Despite his flashlight slicing through the darkness, Carl saw nothing and no one in sight. Feeling increasingly uneasy, he decided to cut his trip short, packed up swiftly and made his way home, leaving the eerie forest behind. However, the real shock came later. Upon reviewing the footage from his trail camera, Carl discovered a disturbing revelation.
Early Thursday morning at 4:12 AM, this comes into view. Almost looks like it's trying to pull something down from a branch above, acting in a peculiar manner. Then the camera takes a further 2 still shots of it moving further off to the left-hand side of the woodland. So why is this person there at that time of the morning? Why do we keep hearing these shrills and shrieks? Is it paranormal? I just don't understand.
The camera had captured a large hairy figure moving deliberately through the woods. The creature appeared to be pushing down branches as though it was trying to conceal something. The haunting question remains, was this figure connected to the terrifying scream Carl heard? While the answer remains unclear, Carl's experience has undeniably left us with more questions than answers. Next, we are gonna check out a video which was captured by a young man on a nightly trip on his motorcycle. The story goes that he was on his way home that night and that he had his GoPro mounted to his helmet for security reasons. After passing by another lane, he states that he heard some weird weeping noises, turned his head and recorded the following. The comments range from this being a strange spirit in a nightgown to it just being a reflection from somewhere or even editing. Could this be a kuntilanak? That's at least what the driver believes. Hard to say. The following case has been documented by a young girl who tells us that her parents are owning a store in their town. They actually live straight across from it on the other side of the alley. There have been many legends about this area of town being haunted, and the whole family is hearing and seeing some really strange things in their store. And ever so often, when nobody seems to be in there, those floating shadows can even be seen through the window. And it doesn't matter if it is day or night. Everybody has been freaked out by these incidents, and the family doesn't really know what to do about them. The girl states, however, that they are considering a cleansing by a priest, and I'll keep my eyes open for any updates regarding this case. It's pretty creepy though, isn't it? The following video was found on the profile of Ashley Haight. It is stated that the security camera captured something really odd that evening. Ashley's husband was alone at home at the time of the recording and decided to close the blinds for the rest of the night. He slightly pushes the Wise camera out of the way to lower the blinds. But for some reason, there seemed to be another person with him. He had no idea who or what exactly it was, however. There was no child at home at the time, which is why both believe this to be a spirit. What else could it have been? Mysterious. This video was recorded by a paranormal enthusiast who was hoping to capture something interesting in a so-called haunted location. It says that he was alone at the time, which of course cannot be confirmed. At this point, the man seems to realize that something was off though. A shadow is moving by the door in the background. I'm not sure if this apparition even has visible legs. Is it a spirit or just a hoax? We're taking a look at the case of Flat 7 Ghost again, and Tom's sinister documentation of the paranormal encounters that are all unfolding within the four walls of his apartment. He actually suspects that all these paranormal happenings could be related to a tragedy that occurred and that the land his apartment was built on is actually haunted. That is also bound to this place. But who can blame Tom for being freaked out after this incident? Gonna keep my eyes open for any updates. Mandy, a resident of the Appalachian Mountains, recently shared some unnerving footage that has captivated and disturbed many. Known for its legends of mysterious entities such as skinwalkers and ghosts, the Appalachian region is a hotbed of supernatural speculation. Mandy's security camera, installed on her heavily wooded property, might just provide evidence for these eerie tales. In the dead of night, the camera captured a disheveled woman approaching Mandy's doorstep in a manner that was both strange and unsettling. Her movements were eerie, and throughout the footage, disembodied voices can be heard repeatedly saying, "Let me in your house." These voices do not appear to originate from Mandy herself. When the motion-activated light illuminated the area, the woman recoiled into the surrounding darkness, visibly startled by the sudden illumination. Mandy, visibly shaken by what she saw, reports that such unsettling encounters are not entirely new to her. Despite her experiences, she remains bewildered and unsettled by these occurrences. Online commentators have speculated whether the eerie figure could be a skinwalker, a concept rooted in Navajo tradition, where these malevolent entities are believed to have the power to shapeshift into various forms, including humans and animals. Others suggest it might be a ghostly presence from the haunted woods surrounding her home. The true nature of the figure remains unknown, but Mandy's footage has certainly added fuel to the ongoing debate about the supernatural inhabitants of the Appalachian Mountains. And now let's take a look at this creepy hospital that many of you are already familiar with. On May 20th, a group of nurses embarked on a journey into a section of the hospital that sent shivers down the spines of many doctors and nurses. This forbidden area, known as the Old ER, has long been abandoned. Tragically, it witnessed the passing of numerous patients. The nurses tell tales of haunting encounters that lurk within the walls of this forsaken floor. And one fateful night, a group of nurses working the night shift decided to venture into the haunted realm of the Old ER. They saw it as a light-hearted adventure, little knowing the terror that awaited them. The following footage is their own chilling documentation.
You guys, haunted ER? We're gonna go. Haunted ER, haunted ER. I'm really good too. Oh my god, my head is huge. Chloe, so I can't even...
Camera.
Huh?
I was just close to the camera.
Yeah, you're right. We got a chance for the haunted ER.
Oh god.
Feels like...
I'm not excited about this. I didn't even get to finish eating my sandwich.
It feels like we're getting on a... You nervous? Why are you nervous?
Because it's cold.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
You see anything? That was evil. You knew what you did there.
I knew exactly what I was doing.
You said something.
What?
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 Chloe just moved herself. What?
Oh. Oh, it's It's just a little doll. They want his training.
Oh, it's a train doll.
Put it here.
It's still weird though.
It's weird. Nah, look at her.
That's weird. Oh, that's freaky. Go, let's go. Upstairs. It's way upstairs. Yeah, that's upstairs. Sorry, I thought you were about. I felt you like were about. It's just freaky. You guys wave in the camera or in the reflection.
They like see me? God, I feel like you're gonna see.
Oh, that's the same room.
Oh. God, oh.
What?
Looking. Oh, the lights are on.
That's weird.
Go in. Go in.
I wanna go in. No, I'm gonna go in.
Go in. Go in. Figure out why the lights are on. I don't like that.
Here's
I
why the
don't like
lights are
that.
on.
Do
They
it.
look like evil eyes. You guys gonna come in with me?
Yeah, of
Come on,
course we're
I'm
gonna go in with you.
Thanks. Ooh, it feels weird. Is that you?
Yeah.
This room feels weird. I don't like this. Ooh. Oh, the curtain moved. Yeah, it did. It moved. It moved. It moved. Yes, it did. It did. How did you not see that? Oh, okay. Oh.
As one of the nurses ventures deeper into a room, something extremely scary unfolds. The hospital curtain, without warning, begins to sway on its own accord. The nurse, overcome with terror, flees the room in panic. But the strangeness doesn't end there. Within seconds of the curtain's movement, a cane mysteriously topples to the ground, defying any logical explanation. The haunted corridors of the hospital continue to steer with inexplicable events. As the nurses grapple with the nature of these occurrences, the true origins of these unsettling encounters remain elusive. Who knows what exactly lingers in these creepy corridors? The following recording was captured by traffic camera in Wessex, Britain, on which a pretty unusual creature was supposedly captured. It's not uncommon for the authorities to capture some wildlife every so often. Today's video, though, was a bit different. We can see a busy road, and then a weird creature appearing from the left side out of the darkness and scampering over all 4 lanes of the highway within a few seconds. What's weird about this incident is the creature's legs that are bending inwards, making many believe that we are dealing with a rather inexplicable creature here. Some say that it even looks a little bit humanoid, causing some to believe that we are dealing with another shapeshifter here. Could this be? It's really hard to say what's going on for sure, but it makes one wonder. On the last day of 2022, 3 law enforcement officers responded to residents following a tip-off from a neighbor who reported peculiar and disruptive sounds emanating from the premises. During New Year's Eve, a 20-year-old woman named Kamelka was present in the house with a few friends. They engaged in a questionable activity, utilizing a Ouija board with the aim of summoning otherworldly entities related to a family with cannibalistic tendencies and their unfortunate victims. This decision took an unexpected turn when Kamelka abruptly began displaying unpredictable and untamed behavior, ultimately securing herself inside a room. According to her friends, something went drastically wrong, indicating that Kamelka appeared to have come under the influence of a malevolent force, indicating that Kamelka might have become possessed.
Jezu, jako to ona tak warczy? Ja pierdzielę. No, totalnie.
Pierdolę, ja dostałem kosmiczne 7 zł, kurwa. Idź tam do...
Uważaj.
Kamilka! Kamila!
Ona jest nad nami u góry, od góry coś widzi. Nie? Drut ma jakiś.
The police was unable to enter the room to get her out of there, so instead they decided to place a ladder from the outside, trying to lift her out of the window towards safety. But it unfolded a bit different than they had anticipated.
Tu jesteś, chodź, misiu. Nie bardziej jak świnia, kurwa. Chodź. Chodź tu, kurwo. Chodź tu. Chodź tu, Kamilka. Kamilka, tu też cię widzę. To nie czołgaj się. Kamilka. Dziecko cię woła. Kamilka. Wiktoria cię woła.
Apparently, the police was able to get her out of the house, telling her that her daughter was waiting for her. They took her to the local hospital, where she is still in treatment, and not much is known if her loved ones had taken any additional steps to help her with this estranged behavior. Pretty creepy. This is a dashcam recording, uploaded by the driver of the vehicle, Mitch Kuhn. Mitch was driving along the Hume Highway in Bardia, southwest Sydney one Sunday night, when he noticed that a really eerie-looking object seemed to be making its way right on the highway. It looked like a small child to him, and immediately after seeing this, he called the police. Mitch was unable to stop the vehicle at the time, since they were carrying a huge toy hauler. Mitch states that he called the local station after realizing the dashcam would have caught the footage. He called to see where he could send the video to help them, so the police saw what it was and where this incident took place. Shortly after, he was told by the police that the kid had been collected safely and was on its way home. However, Mitch states that he found out later that the police had not found a child, and the search was called off early in the morning. No explanation had been given for this behavior, ever, and it leaves us wondering what was going on here that night, what this mysterious thing was, and why the police would cancel the search and misinform Mitch on the phone. What a weird story. Do you have an explanation? JC has sent in the following clip, which is a bit older, but still extremely creepy. The description reads, possibly a ghost apparition was caught on tape. This week, during a visit to the old World War II tunnels, the camera started to go crazy and was malfunctioning at the lower levels of the tunnels. Strange EVPs were caught on tape during the filming. These tunnels are not open to the public. This week, a small group of engineers were sent into those old World War II tunnels. The deepest part of the tunnels is approximately 1,500 feet into the ground and can be reached via several steps and wooden slides leading to the bottom. These tunnels were used for mining purposes before the World War. So, are we seeing a real ghost here from the olden days? Or is this just a video trick? The next video comes to us from Filthy Investigates, the Phantom Watcher. Phil is from Brisbane, Australia, and is an avid ghost hunter. He often will livestream his paranormal investigations for his viewers to be able to interact with him and experience the hauntings in real time. The clip we will be taking a look at today comes from one of his live streams. In this particular one, Phil is visiting an abandoned farmhouse that is said to be haunted. In the stream, he's exploring entirely alone. He spends some time inside the home, and it doesn't take long until he starts experiencing some paranormal occurrences. Knocking noises and even a few voice-like sounds can be heard around the house.
Do you mind if I smoke in your house? Can you repeat that? Do you mind if I smoke in your house? Something just hit the phone. And again.
It is only once Phil spends some time in the dark living room that he catches something shocking.
Nothing on that.
Phil is sitting in silence. Suddenly, a dark shadow appears to move directly behind Phil. This could not possibly be Phil's own shadow based on the way he is moving or the lighting in the room. Is this one of the spirits said to haunt the famous farmhouse? Many viewers are saying this is most likely a shadow figure due to the human-like form and tall stature. But let me know your thoughts. This video was recorded by a user called Cable Car Spy, and she states that one night when she was home alone in the house, she heard some inexplicable noises from the second floor. And then a moment after, the door in the living room started to move on its own. That's when she started recording. She shared the clip on Reddit afterwards and was looking for help. Let's check that out.
Okay, I don't know what is going on here. Oh my god. Oh my god. No way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. No way. No way. There's nobody here. There's nobody here. There is nobody here. This is insane. Oh my god.
Did you notice it? Let's check that again. A man is peeking down the staircase to the left. And no, apparently it was not another family member. She didn't notice it at first, only after watching the replay. Which is pretty weird, isn't it? So we can rule out an intruder, if it isn't a friend of hers. Maybe a paranormal incident.